say we all in. I say we all in. We all in. I'm really not the same, and I know I'm not. Why niggas so entertained? This is King Apollo.
Right.
He got a channel, Cooking with the King. I'm gonna put the link in my description, right? And I'm gonna put his Instagram name on the screen, all that good stuff, right? And we'll be back, man.
We'll be back. Y'all go subscribe.
Yeah, go. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. KOD World. If you don't like KOD,
KOD World, no blanket.
and you was hoping I bash KOD, wrong video. Alright, so I went to pick up KOD, right? I needed like 4 copies, but they only had 2 left. This is my second store. The first store didn't have none. I'm gonna have to check another store later. But I mean, so many people hate J. Cole, I didn't think it would sell out. But obviously, more people love him than they hate him. Game time. Album as a whole, what you think?
I thought it was a really dope album. I felt like, you know, it was concepts, like, which a lot of times we don't see in rap music today. But we always could expect that from Cole, like.
Yeah, I think it was concepts all through the album, you know what I mean? Different concepts, which are pretty dope. And for this to be like an album he made in 2 weeks, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
2 weeks. That's a short period of time to make a great album, you know?
You know, if it took more time, we probably would have got like I don't know, probably would have been longer.
Yeah, probably would have had more songs too. And who knows, he could have had more songs, but those are just the ones he chose.
Yeah, I don't know, he could have had way more songs. But I think it's pretty dope. And as far as the album cover, that junk is like vintage Kanye. I like it. I think it's like super dope. Super dope. And he dropped the ATM video. And that video is like really clever. It's like really dope. Y'all should check that junk out if you haven't seen it.
Shit.
That video's dope. I like the album. All Cole previous albums haven't really been that long. This one actually has had the most songs. Usually he does like 10 songs.
Yeah.
Well, 4 Your Eyes Only he did. This time he did 12. 2014 Forest Hill Drive may have had a little more.
Yeah, like 15. I can't remember.
It may have been like 15. Everybody loves that album though. That album was really dope.
What's one of his best albums?
One of his best. I mean, Cole is never trash.
No.
He may fail to meet some people's expectations, which is, I mean, it's normal. He's human, you know what I mean? And when he's making music, he's making what he wants to make and how he feels. And when he feels like it's a complete project, that's a complete project. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. Some people love it. I know like countless number of people who like really love this project and they living with it right now. It's probably on repeat right now. And it's dope. I mean, my first listen, I listened like 4 o'clock this morning. And honestly, like, no lie, when I listened, I wasn't really listening. And like, in like a matter of time, the album was over. And I'm like, dang, man, like, I had to miss, I just knew I had to miss a lot of stuff. Because I was feeling like, I was like, man, dang, the album was like, I was like, the album was not what I expected at all. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just listening a couple more times. So I've been listening, and it's like, all right, I missed a lot. This is a lot. So like, if you feel like it's not a good album, you should probably go listen again.
Yeah, you should take your time and really dissect the album.
Yeah,
to get the full understanding of what the album is about. Because a lot of people, they'll look at the cover or they'll look at the name, but like, I already know what it's about, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes for people say, don't judge a book by its cover. You can't.
Yeah, like, don't ever listen to the album once and then judge it. Like, album come out, somebody like, oh, this is trash. Or album come out and someone's like, this is a classic. No, you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it. I listen to the whole album probably about 3 or 4 times now, and it's still stuff I catch every time. It's impossible for you to catch everything every time and every song. It's 12 songs. You're not catching everything every time. Nope. So just take your time with it.
You know, another thing I feel people do, like people love when Cole talk about himself. We put himself into this music, but when he talks about different things that's not really connected to him, I don't think people fully understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, like what song is it? Once an Addict. Yeah. Like when he's rapping about his mom. Like people love when he's like, okay, as a fan, you enjoy when you're listening and you know they're talking from their perspective of like how it went down or their life. Because you know when you listen, you like, okay, this is real. You know what I mean? So like, that's why people love that. Like Friday Night Lights, people love that. Because it's like, it was Cole just talking about everything was going on. He let you know in that mixtape, he let you know everything. Like, I'm trying to put this album out. The label won't let me. They don't believe I have enough fans. Blah, blah, blah. And it was real. That's why everybody, I swear, everybody I talk to, if they're not like super supportive of J. Cole's new music, they always bring up Friday Night Lights. Like, yeah.
Yep. That or the warm up.
Yeah, or the warm up. Yeah, the warm up. The come up. Me personally, man, yo, those 3 mixtapes, man, are better than like most people albums.
That's true.
Like, that's true. Those mixtapes is ridiculous. Ridiculous. If you haven't heard J. Cole's first 3 mixtapes,
you slipping. You
not even a J. Cole fan, probably. Like,
yeah, you can't consider yourself a fan.
Yeah, you're not even you knew. You started listening to J. Cole when he dropped the workout.
I feel like people gotta realize like your mindset and your space changes. So when he does different albums or projects, he writes it in the space that he's in. So you may not like the space he's in, but he wrote it from his perspective. So
yeah, I agree though. He definitely writes from like what he's experiencing right now. You know what I mean? Yep. So back then, Friday Night Lights, if that's what you're expecting him to make, he's no longer that person anymore. So it's hard for him to write about something that he's not going through anymore. That's like a rapper that used to be a drug dealer and you still rapping about. It's like after a while, people gonna get tired of it because they're like, okay, you're not even doing that anymore. Yep. If the artist doesn't get tired of rapping about it first, like Biggie for instance, he used to rap about, you know what I mean? He was a drug dealer at first. He used to rap about it, but if you listen to his music, he progressed to the point where he wasn't rapping about that anymore because that wasn't his life anymore. That's really what it is. So a lot of people judge off what they expect. Right. When you go listen to an album, honestly, you should go into it with no expectations. You should be like, okay, what am I getting this time? Most people go into it like, I want this. I want it to sound like this. I want him to do this. He's not on a out of eye level with you. He don't know what you want. It's like a million of us. There's no way he's gonna please all of us. Nope. It's not gonna happen. One person. So me being me, I just accept whatever I get, and if I like it, I don't. I mean, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Pretty much, that's it. But for the most part, I always get something out of Cole music. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna like it. That's just me.
I'm the same way.
I do understand when people be like, he could go into detail more about stuff like that. And my answer is always, if he put more songs, then he would have more space and more room to, fit it in. But when he does between 1 to 10 songs or 12, it's not really that much room because you have to have. He's gonna in that one project he has to fit in like his whole idea in 10 songs. It's really hard when you're on his level because you gotta think about, okay, I need something for radio maybe. That's why I said put some water. And it's just a lot. It's a lot to fit in. There's a lot that go into it that we don't think about as fans. But
yeah, man, like I guess like I respect also like I said, we are artists, so we look at out of kind of from the artist perspective. When people just look at it, oh, we just fake.
Yeah. But some of y'all real harsh though.
Yeah.
Some of y'all real harsh, man.
Very harsh.
Like some people act like this album is completely trash. But it's nowhere near trash. I don't think so. Nowhere near trash. I honestly think if you listen again, you gonna like it. But some people, they just already had their mind made up before they even hit play.
Yeah, they did.
So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I think that song was more of him just like how can you explain it? That song was him just like I guess like setting the ground for the album.
Yeah.
Basically. It wasn't like nothing too crazy. It wasn't really a concept. He kinda just like
he went with the name like the
yeah, it was just like hook and he had some dope verses. That was about it.
So what was like right now?
Yeah, it's like everyday life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people don't even go out and like meet girls anymore. You like hop on your phone, you're like, oh, she pretty. Let me hop on her inbox. And that's really what it is.
Water the game down.
Yeah, the game is watered down. Because now every girl think you thirsty.
Not only that, the game that some girls run, they already giving the game out. So it's just like, there's nothing there. Yeah. It's like, you not going to try.
Yeah, man. Alright, let's get alright, people don't like when Cole do a little singing joint like that. Me personally, bro, I love that jump, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I just think it sounds dope. People hate it though. I mean, Cole, he can't sing, but I mean, when you have a good engineer, like I mean,
they can make you sound.
They can do some things. Like I like it. I think it's dope. And like in this album, Kill Edward is like that deep voice, so it's dope. It's like I don't know. It's dope to me. I like it.
People don't like that, but it sounds really good. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It sounds really good to me. Like
yeah, it did.
To people, I don't know. Like people say it sounds really bad, but to me, it sounds really good. It's like mixed really well. It's like the right effects on it, everything. I guess because I listen from a different ear than the average person.
Listen to why let you finish.
Yeah, like when I listen to it, I be like, dang, I wish I could mix something like that. Like, I mean, I don't even think about doing stuff like that to my voice, but if I ever thought about it, that's what I wanted to sound like. It sounds good to me, you know what I mean? But as far as this whole song, the title is basically what the song's about. It's like the cutoff. He's talking about all the friends who like feel entitled to like his success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what that song was about. Time will tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, like when you start living life differently and you start blowing up, you know, especially as us as artists.
Yeah. Like,
you're not gonna have the people you had in the beginning.
As an artist, that song, I don't know, man. That song's like, that's a real song.
Yeah.
Like, deep. I think that song will grow with you though. Like when you get to where you want to be and you go back and listen to that song, it's gonna hit home. It's gonna be like, damn. That's some real shit right there.
Yep.
But
it sounds like some Tribe Called Quest type.
This song, that flow that Cole used, that's one of them flows that people wish he would use more. Cause usually he's just like the slow flow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cause
he rap like when he does the slow flow, it's not because he can't rap a different way. It's because he wants you to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like that right there, that song is like, that's as mainstream as this album is gonna get. That song right there, like that's the closest you're gonna get to
pretty
it.
Much.
And when artists like J. Cole go do a mainstream song, they gonna give you a simple hook, but the verses are gonna be crafted as they will always craft their verses. So which is dope. Which I learned from stuff like that because I used to try to make my hooks like real difficult, complicated. But people, when they first listen, like, when that song start, you gonna like it.
Yeah.
People gonna like it.
Alright, I've got it.
Yeah, so. It's like, he's covering up what's really going on with him. Like when he's around everyone, he like makes it seem like he's just doing like so great, he's good. But when he's alone, he's like taking drugs and just depressed and like going through it. But like when he's around with people, he want them to like feel good. He want to motivate them. You know what I mean? Like make them feel like they should be like him. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what motivate is really about. That song is about a dude in a relationship, and like he loves his girlfriend, but he's like tempted by like the outside world.
Temptation, always.
Yeah. But that's like every guy, every relationship, bro.
Yep.
Like no, that's like everybody in a relationship.
Everybody.
And there's always like, that's just life though, bro. It's like always temptations. It don't even have to be a relationship. Just life. Period. You always you're always tempted to do something. You know what I mean? Like it's always either like the right choice or the wrong choice. Like whatever you do, it don't even have to be relationship wise. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what that song is. It's just funny he named it Kevin's Heart because everybody know Kevin Hart just got caught cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clever. Hey, the harmonizing on this track, flawless.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Flawless. Like I be wanting, when I hear something like this, I be wanting to go home and try it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I can't be like J. Cole. I gotta do me. But I be wanting to try that song so bad, bro. I just caught on to what he said. Cause when I first listened, he was like, "It's my aunt calling me."
You talking about Uncle Sam?
But
he talking about Sally Mae.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear when he said it's my Uncle Sam. I was like, when I first heard it, I'm thinking like he's talking about his uncle. But now I listen, he's talking about Uncle Sam. It's Sally Mae.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Which makes sense why he was like how much? He's like half. He's like half. Half. He's like, you get half of this dick. That song, it's like, especially like the second verse. That second verse deep, cause it's like the brother that's doing right, and it's the brother that's doing bad. But the brother that was doing right is the brother that got killed.
Yeah, that is, bruh.
But it always plays out like that, though.
In our society, yeah. When you're doing the right thing, anything happen.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This song is when Cole sound like Friday Night Light Cole. Like, this song right here is just like, it's just like make you reminisce, like, yo, I remember Cole used to tell us about his life, like, all the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now it's more like, it's more broad. Now he like kind of talk about what's going on in the world. But when he was young and starting out, he used to just talk about what he was going through, which also made his music really dope because he was talking about his experiences. Now it's kind of like he's just touching on what he feels like he needs to touch on. But I think that singing don't be sounding good though, man. Me personally,
bro.
I think that don't be sounding right.
And once you know your voice, bro.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then, most of the time when he's singing, it's something meaningful.
Yeah.
So it kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of feel it. You know?
Yeah. That song right there, though, that song was, like you said, that's like that Friday Night Light.
Yeah, it's like Friday Night Light Cole right there. Like, that's it take you back.
Yeah.
Cause like you know he's talking about his mom and how she was on drugs and like that's like. That's real right there. That's cold. That's like retro cold right there.
Yep.
So that song starts as like him like it's kind of like him telling his friends like it's not his fault that they aren't where he is and that they have to stop like putting the blame on everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's crazy. And then it transitions into him talking about like convincing his friend there's a better way. Instead of him, like, being on drugs, and if he's looking for change, then he'll help him. If he wants to change, he'll help him, which is a dope concept for a song. It's like, but he's also like J. Cole is like in the song. He's like battling with like, should I feel bad that I'm successful and they're not? Is that my fault or like? Is it okay that I moved on and kept doing me and left them behind? So it's like Bro, there's a lot of like hidden gems in this album though. Like
It is, bro.
that's crazy. But that song so like dope.
Yeah.
That song deep though.
Very deep, bro.
What? Your cousin gets shot in the head right next to you?
That's traumatizing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You already know what that song's about.
Yeah.
That's for all the whack rappers out there.
Facts.
It was directly at Lil Pump though.
Yeah, directly. He didn't say his name, but you knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, we all know what he's talking about. Alright, so if you gotta pick your favorite song, what's your favorite song?
Favorite song? I had to say Brackets. It's between Brackets and Kevin's Heart.
Favorite song. Favorite song. I mean, I'm either going Kevin's Heart or Once an Addict. Once an Addict, bro. That song just took me back to like Vintage Code. And I can't help but to like that joint.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
Cause like I remember him touching on like his mom being on drugs previously, but he never went into detail like that. That song he actually went into detail to explain what was going on and how he was a senior and he was thinking that him going to college would take him away from it. But once he went to college, she would call him and it's just like. And then if you know, I think by that time his brother was already in jail probably.
Yeah.
So it's like all she had was him to call. So it's pretty crazy. So Once an Addict, I like that song. I think that's dope. Kevin's Heart, I just think that joke is fire. KOD, that was the song that like set it off though. It wasn't even really the song, it was what he said in it that really get you like, okay.
Yeah.
ATM, I already knew what that song was gonna be.
It's the name gives it what it's gonna be about.
Yeah. Motivate was dope. Motivate kind of reminded me of something Kendrick probably would did.
Yeah.
The way he did the hook. Friends is deep.
So is Window Pane.
And Window Pane is super deep.
Yeah. That right there, it tingles your spirit a little bit.
But we doing 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give the album a 9. I can't give no album a perfect 10 because I always know the artist could do better.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go a 9 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9
because nothing will ever be.
Yeah, nothing's gonna be perfect. You know what I mean?
Like it's always something you gonna critique. Like I could have did this better.
See, this is why you gotta give albums time though. Cause like when Friday Night Lights dropped, right? You probably felt the same way. Like it's dope, but he could have did better. But now you look back, you like, yo, that project is really, really dope. Cause you gonna live with it for some years now. Like that's a project. If we rating Friday Night Lights 1 to 10, it's getting a 10 from me. Cause that project is that dope. I can listen to it from beginning to end, and I don't have to skip not one song.
True. That was a great project.
Yeah, that junk is really dope.
Cold weather, man. Fuck these niggas talking about.
All in. I say we all in. I say we all in. We all in. I'm really not the same, and I know I'm not. Why niggas so entertained?